Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is Nintendo News. Let's get to that news. There was a thing that came out. You might have seen headlines out there last week saying, Nintendo says TriForce Heroes is not in the Zelda timeline. And this is this is a rant. I have a major issue lately with gaming journalism. It's taken like a downhill trend lately where it's like these people are totally misquoting people, or if they're not misquoting people, they're taking their quotes and then extrapolating from that complete fan fiction. So first of all, Nintendo didn't say any such thing. It was a particular spokesperson from Nintendo of Canada, specifically, named Julie GAGNON. It's like Ganon, but with a G in there. And I did a story like a year ago or something like, oh, ha ha ha, her name is like Ganon. But in any case, so she says that, you know, there are some games that are sequels to other games, and there are some games that are like side stories to games, and then, like with TriForce Heroes, there's a game that takes place outside of the timeline of Zelda or something like that. And, no, stop. Julie. This completely contradicts what the development team of TriForce Heroes has said. The guy, the director of TriForce Heroes, did not say it doesn't fit in the timeline. He specifically says he doesn't know where in the timeline it fits. So that implies that it fits somewhere in the timeline, not that it's outside of the timeline. He went on to say that, well, we know from Ocarina of Time there are 3 branching paths, and he can't tell us exactly which of those 3 branching paths it fits into. So she's completely wrong. It obviously does fit somewhere in the timeline. It's just that the director, and as well as E.G. Numa probably, haven't yet decided where exactly in those 3 branching paths. So this is a problem that I have because it's not 100% her fault. She kind of misspoke. She used the word timeline where she probably should not have. She obviously, what she was trying to say is this is not a direct sequel to A Link Between Worlds, which is what was being proposed. So a lot of people were like, oh, is this a sequel to A Link Between Worlds? And she was trying to say, obviously, no, this is not a sequel to A Link Between Worlds. Yes, some Zelda games come out that are sequels to the specific game right before them. That's not the case here. This one fits somewhere, but she was not very clear, unfortunately. And so, because this Nintendo of Canada spokesperson, who is not involved in the development of the game whatsoever and is not privy to that kind of information, just kind of led everybody on this wild headline goose chase this past week. And that stuff really frustrates me because now, for the next year or two, I'm going to have to debate comments and people saying, well, Nintendo said that this game isn't in the timeline, and that's not what Nintendo said. Nintendo, the director of the game, says it is in the timeline. He's just not sure exactly where. So anyways, Bastion rant over. Let's get on to some details that we learned about the game. You know, it's a 3-player multiplayer game, so when you're playing with those 2 other people, what happens if one of those people decides to drop out of the game, or their 3DS battery dies, or whatever? Well, you get a game over, because there's no way the game can handle... It's not a 2-player game, it's a 3-player game. So what it will do is it will save your game, and then give you a game over. So hopefully that doesn't happen to you. And then speaking of the director of the game, he was asked, how long is this game? And his math is a little funky and not exactly reliable. He says that he plays it between 1 to 1.5 to 2 hours a day, every day, for a month, and that's about how long it would take to complete it. So, doing the math, well, 1 hour a day is completely different than 2 hours a day. So if we just say 1 hour a day, that equals 28 hours. So that's a substantial game. It's not terrible. If it's 2 hours a day, then that's like whatever 28 times 2 is. So that seems unlikely. I do not think this game is 56 hours long. That does not seem likely. Unless, of course, he's including, like, collecting things and, you know, finding all the special items and being a completionist. If he's including being a completionist, okay, maybe 56 hours, but it seems like the 28 hours is more. Anyways, that is it for this episode of Nintendo News. See you guys tomorrow for more news. Bye, guys.